Hey guys, so we saw our neighbor across the street getting her trees trimmed, and that is probably the best time to go out and be like, hey, how much will it cost for you to come over and do mine too? Because sometimes you can get a deal depending on if it's their own company or they're working for somebody else and they just can throw it in like a little bit later. Because I've had neighbors do that to us. And I'm like, gosh, you got a deal? And I had to call that in. But anyway, this company is like their own, so we don't really get a discount, but we figured it was a perfect time to get these cut because they're growing so fast. And I'm gonna show you what the trees look like right now before they come over and cut them. He's making it look so easy. All right, here's a look at the trees. I know I gave a really quick overview, but trust me when I say this looks really good. You can see the light through it. And my mother-in-law says that a healthy prune job is when a bird can fly through your trees. And I just kept that in mind because they were very, very dense. And hopefully some more sun will allow these ficus to grow a little bit more. And so, look at that. Benjamin does not love that it's not solid shade, but it looks really, really good. This feels light and airy. And the good news is when these leaves drop, we're gonna have so much less leaves. Well, let me tell you about these trees. This is an ash. These two are Chinese elm. They are fast growers, great canopy, huge canopy, and this is also another ash. So these two are the same. There's a lot of seed pods in these, so you'll find them popping up in places that you have to just pull them out. So that's really annoying, but I think it's a good trade for how fast these grow. And now some of these plants in my kitchen garden just need some fertilizer, so I'm gonna add some organic plus just mulch. And I've heard in this Facebook group that I belong to about roses that some people add rabbit pellets, like not the poop, which I'm sure that would be fine too, but the rabbit food, and they put them at the base of roses. And so I looked that up online and it seems like it does pretty well. Now, some people said like maybe grind it up in a grinder, but because I have experience owning rabbits, not anymore, but I'm gonna show you a picture of how they look. They were so cute. But they will just disintegrate really fast with water. They'll just expand. So I don't think there's any point in like cutting it all up. And so we'll just see what happens. Okay, it's rusty, but this is one of my favorite things to use to get weeds out. It's the Japanese sickle. It doesn't really matter that it's rusty. I mean, it still works. But I also use it. Just rip open a bag like this. Just went to the gym today, personal training. So it's just kind of good. I'm gonna put some landscape lighting in here too this fall. Until it starts to fade. I wanted to show you when I put those, I want to call them rabbit pellets down. So when they get wet, they just disintegrate, like looks like hay, but it also looks like cat and dog throw up. So just try to hide it with something else. Like I just haven't updated with fresh mulch, which would help camouflage that. So I'm just gonna recommend that you really dig down, because it kind of looks gross. People don't know that those are just alfalfa pellets. So we have holes in places and we have the little mason bees. And Benjamin, every night he laughs because he calls it bee juice, but do you see that? That is a little bee's booty. So Benjamin's like, I'm always coming home and there's like the bee's butt right there. He's just sleeping in there. Kind of cute. I'm not gonna disturb him, but I thought that was kind of cute. We have a little bee hotel over here. And that's where we would like them to go. I'm sure the bee just thought this was much prettier. It's so cute. Okay, all of these just arrived. They're my little boxwoods. We're planting all of these. I ordered them from Home Depot. Gosh, I wish it was overcast right now. I don't know if we're gonna have another day like that. But these are quite tiny and we're gonna go all the way across here. I'm gonna have to space them out. It's gonna take some time. Yeah, I could have bought them bigger, but I don't like to spend money. I mean, who does? I don't. So I will wait. I mean, it will maybe take a while until these grow in, but it'll be satisfying to watch them grow. I think they were like $15 or $20 each. I have to check. I buy so many plants, I forget. The sad thing is that I have to take out this lisianthus, which I love. That's so great in the summer. This is not the ideal time to take them out. It's just gonna have to be this way. So I have a bucket full of water, not filled with water, but with some water. And I'm realizing that if I place them just where I actually want them, which makes sense without looking like I've been trying so hard to space them and save money, I actually just need 3 more. So, which actually means 6 more. And luckily the ground is so soft, so it was really easy. It's pretty sandy because it's new soil from maybe a year or 2 ago. So digging these holes was so easy. And I debated whether I dig a hole, plant it, but I thought, you know what would be easier is if I just dug all the holes and then I got to plop them in. And it'd be so much more satisfying for you to watch and for me to take a look at it once it was all done too. And I had to untie them at the top because they were pretty secure in those buckets and the plastic that kept the moisture in. And I also learned to go back and kind of widen up the holes too so the roots can spread out. But I think they're going to be so happier. Well, I know they will be because the other ones that are larger are so happy in this area. So I just can't wait. I just got so tired of the flowers. And the reason why is really due to an expense too, but also just the maintenance. So I would always put flowers in fall and then have to do it again at the end of spring, but really not a lot of things would work in this area in the summertime. And sure, you could just say, well, that's just summertime in Phoenix, but that is not acceptable for someone like me who takes a lot of pride in the way that their garden looks all the time. So I just decided, nope, I'm just going to make sure there's always something growing and it's going to be green and these will work great. So I ordered 6 more online in the middle of the day when I realized I needed 6 more. I did it immediately, so they will be here next week. And here's a look at everything all together. So I have one area that's kind of almost a hedge, and then the other ones I shaped into balls. Okay, the reason why this one's like a hedge, I did not do this. My lawn guy did that, and I was so mad. And as you can see, there's a gap too, but I just don't know what I want to do with this area. So let me know in the comments if you think it would be better just as a hedge, or do I keep them as balls, which I think are kind of cute too. And these little ones are obviously going to take a while until we get there. But it's been a long day. Can't wait to take a shower. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.